Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Well, for you guys it's a new day, but for me I have to fight my way back into redeeming myself from last game where we fell into the time pressure, and today we'll play d4. And oftentimes they say that at some point a player will switch from e4 to d4, and I guess this is the moment for me to switch to that. After knight f6, we'll play a very positional move, g4. And you might be wondering, are you not just losing this pawn? And I say yes, I am. I am very much losing this pawn. But if he takes, I'll play e4, and I have the whole center. And even though this is technically losing for white, white gets a whole lot of initiative, and because of this initiative, he might, win? Question mark. And now after d6, I am already quite out of theory, but we have to play accurate here. And okay, we have one attacker and on this knight, and he defends it. I want to maybe play e5 in the future, but it's not possible. So, yeah. What to play? I don't know. I've only played against this once, and the opponent absolutely crushed me, but I don't see exactly how I will crush him in the following moves. So I will just play like bishop d3, just starting off very chill, and our opponent is giving up some smiles and stuff, so yeah, definitely playing the psychological game here. And he strikes in the center with e5, which is a good move. It's a good move. So yeah, e5 threatens this pawn, but let's first ask him some questions about his knight being a bit overextended on g4. And again, I'm not playing great chess, but I'm trying my best here. And okay, he's stacking this pawn and this pawn, but this one's defended. So I guess we'll just play c3 to defend this pawn, but then where do we develop this knight? I don't know. You can also play bishop e3, and now we're developing piece with it. So guess that's good shit. You can also play knight f3 there, but yeah, it is what it is. And now by playing d5, he has weakened up the e5 square, so I should definitely consider taking a free pawn here. And after he takes, I could take again, he takes, I could take again, something like that. It definitely doesn't seem bad. So he takes there. Okay, didn't see that one coming. So we've developed two pieces, he just developed one. He has a great piece there. This is a great piece. We should try to neutralize this piece. So knight d2. And if he takes, we also develop the queen with it. So as you can see, I don't know any theory, but we kind of, got an advantage in development with the bishops. Okay, they're not the greatest square, but they're looking at something, and he is still, he has a lot to do in his position before he can castle and start thinking about some attacks. So bishop here definitely makes some sense. He's gonna take this bishop. It definitely makes some sense what he's doing here. And, moving the bishop again, okay, we can keep the bishop pair in that case, but it would give away the lead of massive developments, and after we take the bishop, we just help him develop. So let's just, you know, intuitively, my mind is saying, let's just develop. Let's just develop. And if this one gets taken out, that's too bad. It's definitely, this bishop was an asset in the position, but it is what it is. Okay, queen there, queen d7, very odd move, provoking me to go b5, and then he plays c6, so I don't see the point in doing that. Yeah, this queen d7 move looks very, very sus, as in it doesn't look good. Very sus move. But it might be good. Alright, he has registered 22 hours ago. This is probably not the best sign. But he has lost the game. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. And let's just play chess here. He attacks the pawn twice, but he's not gonna take with the queen. So I really don't understand the move. I'm thinking about going here, but then h6 doesn't make much sense either. So let's just play queen e2. We're gonna probably long castle here. Takes. Just take back. The queen, I guess. It's my best guess. Because I want a long castle and I want a solid pawn chain in front of my king. Queen d e6. Very sus moves. Very, very weird moves from my opponent. Very weird, because now he's just inviting me to play something like this. Okay, he takes the pawn. That's not a good move. And I do have some ideas of these checks, but I'm not gonna play crazy chess here. I'm just gonna develop long castle, put my rook in g1 potentially. You know, at some point he has to develop pieces. He's not doing that right now, but he has to at some point. And here we go. He's developing, finally. So I want to go here, but then I'm dropping this pawn. This pawn is, by the way, attacked twice, so we should do something about it. And my best idea here is to go bishop f4 to defend this twice, and then we could potentially drop it back to g3 or even h2. Anything better? Well, we could attack. Meh. Don't like it. Just responding to our opponent's ideas at the moment. Maybe knight b3 and d4 would be an idea. So now that I mentioned that, it could be in there here, but he's attacking the pawn. So I'm gonna defend it. You know, not go crazy. Let's not go off the rails and crazy. And he goes there. So basically our opponent is just wasting some time here. He has moved this twice, you know, from here to here, and he has moved the queen from here to here. Like, he's wasting a lot of time. And I'm trying to punish it, but how? Well, we could put the knight here, because he wants to take, probably. We could just put the knight here, with the idea of putting it here. But we also attack this pawn twice now. With the discovery, the rook is now also indirectly attacking this pawn. And we could just win the pawn back, which we just sacrificed. which would be great. Our opponents showing some restraint and giving us a great check. We have to move the king to safety. But how is he just now gonna, you know, defend this pawn? That's the question. I don't think he will, to be honest, and he offers the queen trade. Now, I'm not gonna trade queens, I'm just gonna take the pawn. But we have to wonder, after something like this, what do we have? Right. Right. We have a pawn. That makes sense that we have a pawn. Okay, let's just take. I'm sick of thinking here. Let's just take. The position has slightly changed where the queen is on a better square than here. Then bishop d6, definitely a move. And now that the bishop has moved, he has also left some squares, so we could definitely consider queen here. And I'm not afraid of the ruining my pawn structure. Is not really attacking something graciously, and this pawn, this knight is still defended by the other pawn. Otherwise, you know, this pin could have cost us a whole piece. He might want to castle here, but after takes, yeah, exactly. So he does that. And now we might be able to play the very risky looking, but still very solid looking as well, e6, with the idea of the discovery on the c6 pawn, but also the attack in that case on the rook, which is the real motive here. And I will just play it without much thinking, which is not recommended, but sometimes it's good. So I don't see a defense there. So now we could take, create some weaknesses, but after rook takes, I solved his problems. So I propose bishop takes, and after rook c1 I can take here, knight's undefended, and after knight moves I can take the bishop. So, and then he takes this, but yeah, no. Yeah, bishop takes, rook here, queen takes. If rook back, we can just take. If knight moves, yeah, I think this is winning. The only problem is maybe the knight is undefended at this point. Okay, the bishop is also undefended. Okay, just there, which is a very reasonable move. And after we move here, you could even press us with this. So we might have a slight trouble here, but can move maybe here. And if he then attacks the bishop, you could take here. And if he takes in that position, okay, the queen defends it. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. So, you know, we can give a check here as well, but then, you know, this is also attacked. This is also not great. If I move here, he has this. If I go here, he gets take. Wow, only bad moves come to my mind, huh? I could even go here. And if he takes, take. This is interesting. Queen g5. You know, tries to take the queen. If he takes here, we take. You know, we don't really give a damn. If he moves this, we just take, and after it takes, we just take, and after it takes, we just drop back, and, you know, everything feels fine. And I think that's the most practical way to play here. Queen's off the board. Let's see if we can handle ourselves in an endgame. And the probably answer is no, because we are not that good at the end game, but you know, we could definitely give it a try. So here I'll take. Maybe I should have taken here. But if he takes with the H pawn, he doesn't. That's sad. He had some ideas, but we don't have any now, sadly. Yeah. We do have one pawn, but this pawn's gonna fall, isn't it? Isn't it? So let's play here. Attack the bishop. Bishop is annoying. Okay. Yes, this knight was indeed hanging. I forgot. Oops. Okay, he doesn't even retake. He takes this pawn, which makes sense. What am I doing, guys? I'm just falling into the pressure. 5 pawns. 5 pawns here. This is looking horrible, guys. Gas. It's looking horrible. Terrible position. Let's go and move back. Defend this pawn for now. This is not really solvable, but we might hold this. No, not really, but we can try to hold this. It takes the pawn. We'll try to put a rook on the 7th. Takes another pawn. He put another rook, you know, behind it or something, I don't know. And the only thing I can hope for is some miracle. We're definitely somewhat worse, we're down on the clock. But the only thing we can do is stay positive, you know? You never know how they might blunder. You never know. Okay, we have to obviously respond here. You know, he's attacking this. So we'll respond by playing this. You know, gotta stay active. Alright, we have to retake. And now the only hope we might have here is to, for him, like if he's not being active enough with his, let's say, king, we might have chances. He might want to go here, by the way. So I'm gonna activate my king this way. Maybe he does allow something. Okay, maybe it's not so good, but we can definitely try. No one lost a game by trying. Well, no one won a game by giving up, right? So and notice that's alright. I didn't see the check. And he's definitely sending some emojis here. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But for me, it's not obvious how he will win this game. So it's actually quite instructive, could be quite instructive. And he blunders pawn. You know, we take pawn. Goes there. It's a 4 against 3. It's very hard to say like how to play this. I'll just keep things, you know, quite solid in my opinion. We cannot allow the king to come into the position, otherwise, you know, position might not be as solid anymore as it is right now. Goes there, he wants to infiltrate via that way, which makes sense. It makes sense. He should have played h4 there, I think, but the pressure is definitely getting to us a little bit, just a tiny little bit. Okay, I definitely missed that. So yeah, now he has two passers. Definitely not a great position here. Okay, so now we're down 2 pawns, but I don't know. Takes another pawn. Legit. It's definitely legit. Pushes that one. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is just losing, I think. Now I'm not so sure anymore. Like, what is going on? What is he doing? Probably time to go to sleep. Huh? And our opponent has somehow blundered away his pawn. And now he will blunder away this one, what it seems. And after takes, king here, here. It's actually very interesting what's going to happen here. Wait, is there some possibility that in this world that this could be winning? That's the question, no? Isn't it? Here, here. No, here. Can also not do that. Difficult. Difficult. Take, maybe. But let's go for the draw here, as I'm not really feeling to go for the win here. I'm just gonna take, and and this will be a draw. And you know, this hasn't really paid off for him, I think. Accept draw? No, I don't accept draw. We just play out the draw. Oh well. So now that we played the game, we didn't really play our best chess. Well, at least I didn't. I'm gonna analyze the game. I'm happy with the draw, and after, you know, I'm very, you know, I know this is not good. E4, D6, and it suggests that everything is bad. This is kind of funny. D6 is indeed the best move. Wow, and wow, the guy who played it against me said, oh, knight f6 is best move. Yeah, he was kidding. E5 here, knight f3, e6, and now I got into some type of something. I don't know. Or he played something like a4, and after seeing this, and takes. Was it like the most crazy? Sorry for my commentate. bad commentating, but this was one of the craziest variations I saw. And it was more like an analyzing game. We played against each other, like, I believe this is not good. But indeed, our opponent found the best move, d6. Knights, well, I want to play knight c3 maybe, but bishop here, e5, and we're not doing well at all in this position. d5, t takes e5, knight takes, and here we play knight e2. Best move would be to just take here and to probably just take the queen. And even though we're down a pawn, we're gonna play knight c3, pick up this pawn. Okay, you can play bishop f4, but you know, after knight g2 and going to g3, I think we're good shape. Okay, we'll take up this pawn, but in this case, I don't know. We do have some initiative because the pieces are more active, I guess. But here, knight c5. My opponent, you know, playing good chess, and now he doesn't play good chess. But he's still not worse. Queen here, he takes. Yeah. Best move here in this losing position, bishop e2, or bishop takes on c5, where we're just a smidgen worse, but we do get some initiative here. Yeah, here I have no clue what's going on. Let's fast forward a few moves where we get this position and we can actually win the pawn back, which is the best move. But after bishop here, queen b5, only move that's beneficial to white. I'm happy with that. A takes, obviously. And here h to g1 has to be played or found, because then e6 is even stronger. But I played it immediately, and after castles, I took here a6, the only move, by the way. And queen c4 should have been found, but I played g5. He goes here, I take, and knight e4 should have been found, but I played this. Very dumb move, because now look at the pawn structure and look at his, and I basically have no play whatsoever. I lose the pawns because these triple pawns are weak, and now I have to exchange the rooks off. And after, you know, more trades occur, also just this is also just super bad because it allows a4, but I should have maybe played something else. Engine suggests knight f6, and now in the case of something like this, wait, bishop f6, queen here, bishop c6. Okay, the engine is just waiting around, but I didn't like waiting around and I made some mistakes. He waited a little bit. I don't know, maybe he doesn't really know how to play endgames well. I have to go back. He should have just taken a pawn, but he wanted to promote. And by a miracle, look at this, just minus 40 for the opponents. By a miracle, he just promotes. And now, this is an equal game, because we are winning this pawn, and you're not getting anything for it in return, and it's a draw. But the real question here is, can we push for f4? Because you cannot go g3, this is stupid. It's probably still a draw, it is. But you know, you cannot try this because I just take here. And okay, it's still a draw because, you know, one pawn up is not enough, only if the pawn is here. But you can imagine like a situation where somehow this pawn got up the board, and I don't know, he makes some stupid moves. Let's not say this, but you know. And this pawn belongs here. F2 check. Let's say just to stop it moves. H8 check. Oh wait, okay. I don't know how Lucina goes. I should study more chess. Rook endings, oops. But yeah, that was the game. Thank you guys for watching. Very happy with the draw. I don't know what this guy was doing, honestly. He was just standing emotes. Yeah, I hope I wasted your time as well with this stupid opening. Don't play it. Or if it's played against you, just don't. Just play d6. That was a good move. Alright guys, bye.